Peace, wholeness, love, and light to the tribe. How's everyone doing out there? I'm New Diamonds, and wow, here we are in some more different energy, right? So, there has been so much that has transpired. It's like I just needed a day to take everything in. So this is probably where you are resting and paying attention to things that are going on around you, really being observant and just watching as things pass you, okay? And I also feel like there is a great reset, a reset type of energy, like, and I feel like we've already went through a rebirth. So you may have went through a rebirth. You may have felt like you've been dying, leaving things, right? Letting things go, okay? Letting your old self go, shedding of that skin to tap into this new upgraded sense of you. And there are a lot of things that we're just like waiting and sitting and observing right now. So just continue to stay patient, as I feel like this is a global reset, right? It's something going on that we can't quite put our finger on it, right? It has no name, but the energy is felt, right? And it's most definitely like spiritual, physical, mental, sexual, emotional, like it's hitting us on all these levels. And we just kind of got to sit with it, right? Sit with the energy and alchemize it, right? So you may have like took a break from something and coming back stronger, right? Rejuvenated energy and finally knowing what it is that you want. And if you don't, you're getting on that path of confidence, right? Where you can finally see where you're headed. You don't exactly know where you're going, but you kind of could feel the energy. I know it sounds crazy, I know, but this is that reset energy, right? And I say that because, wow, I'm not sure if you guys watched my Prophecies Fulfilled video, but before I got inclination to do that video, I was feeling this energy, okay? Now, the energy is, it was giving creative, sexual, uplifting, empowerment, but for every energy, there is a polarity to that, right? So with that came this blackout, reset, just sitting still in darkness energy, right? And it was so prominent that I had to do a video on it because I'm like, what is this blackout energy that I'm feeling, right? Why do I keep feeling like something is about to happen with this blackout? And lo and behold, it was a huge blackout in, I believe, what, Portugal or, some type of South America place. But I was just kind of like flabbergasted because I'm like, wow, this is where you get in tune with yourself. This is where you trust yourself. This is where if you don't love yourself, who will? If you don't trust yourself, who will? If you don't pour into yourself, right, who is? Because sometimes I get messages and I'm like, I don't know. And I'll keep getting prompt to do it until I do it. Once I do it, it comes to pass. Like that prophecy video, right? And then sometimes things will take more time to transpire, because when I first did that prophecy video, it was a year ago, right? I forgot all about it until the energy came back to me, right? So this could be a sense of you planting seeds, right? Just trusting in an idea, trusting in the Most High, trusting in your spirit to let it guide you where you need to be guided at that time, right? And just fully surrendering and going with the flow, because it'll make sense later when you're further down the stream. Okay, because there's things happening that we can't really explain, but it's all happening in divine alignment for a divine purpose, right? So we just kind of have to trust and know that we are in divine alignment, no matter what that looks like. And also getting out of our own heads, getting out of our own way, because I just feel like that's the message, getting out of your own way. Because it was getting to the point where I'm like, this doesn't resonate with me. Why? And then Spirit was like, Diamond, you are here to be a vessel, right? You are here to be of service of the Most High, a light for the community to shine bright on certain things, shine bright on. So certain things always aren't going to resonate for you. It's not always about you, right? You have to detach from some of these things because it's for a bigger picture, right? And the message is bigger than you. Your purpose is bigger than you. And I was like, okay, right? So once you fully surrender, right, and open up to the divine and what the divine has in store for you, then things get to popping, okay? Things get popping. My bottle of water is popping off, right? So and that's that emotions, right? That bottled up emotion begins to be set free, right? Within you, right? So this is all about just trusting yourself and going with the flow. Now, there was a message I got the other day that I was a bit hesitant to deliver, but Spirit said, you have the voice and you need to use it, right? So I was just sitting down, and as I was sitting down, just eating, my eyes are wide open. I'm not daydreaming. I'm not doing anything in particular. I seen this spirit come in, and it just kind of flew past. It was almost like a ghost. The best way that I could describe it is like a Dementor. If you haven't seen Harry Potter, those are the soul suckers, right? And then another thought crossed my mind. The best way that I could describe it was like Grim Reaper, right? The angel of death, right? And it came in quick. Once I seen it, and I was like, wait a minute, it went away. So for me, like I said, I have to give the messages as they are given to me. There will be some type of plague, some type of something that is casted. I don't know. This could have been that confirmation on that blackout. It could be confirmation on a earthquake. It could be confirmation of it's something that is coming in, right? That is going to have a lot of unaliving attached to it. And I hate to say this, but I have to give the message. And like I said, I don't do fear-mongering videos. So if I'm going to be relaying a message, I want you guys to prepare, right? So in case of any event, always have an emergency kit, right? And I learned that from being in California, baby, because one thing, when an earthquake hits, you don't know when it's going to hit. There's no signs. It just happens all of a sudden, right? And unlike other natural disasters, you have time to prepare for a tsunami. You have time to prepare for a hurricane. You have time to prepare for a tornado, baby. Even if it's 2 minutes, you got time. With a earthquake, it just happens. That's it. So you have to stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready, right? And this is just Spirit letting us know that there is something big coming, right? That we need to be prepared for. So I suggest working out, right? Even if you're just walking up a hill for 5 minutes a day, even if you're doing a 5-minute workout, get that stamina up, get that cardiovascular up, because you never know when it's going to come in handy, baby. And you might look healthy, you may detox, you may be 110 pounds, right? Oh, I'm fit, I'm healthy. But if you can't even run up a flight of stairs without feeling like you're going to vomit, puke, and pass out, baby, you're not really that heart. It's all about the cardiovascular health, right? And making sure that you're strong enough in that air to release and absorb at this time. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are coming our way. Okay, I'm getting like this whole I'm seeing like horses, so like apocalyptic things, the trumpets being blown, the seals, right? The seven seals. Oh, that's Spirit just gave me what it is. Excuse me. Also detoxing, because it is giving like the beast from the abyss energy, right? If you don't know what that is, go look it up. But it's just this, and it doesn't even have to come in a physical form. It's just this, we're in a spiritual war, okay? So you're either gonna get right or you're gonna get left. That's period, right? And I feel like it's a spiritual, mental, psyop type of thing that is going on, where you have to be mentally strong. If you aren't, it's going to break you down physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And that is that energy, right? Because it doesn't have to come, this plague, this dark death angel doesn't have to come in the physical, right? It can come through mental psychosis, right? It can come through you not being healthy. It can come to you not loving yourself, right? This is a sense of us getting back in tune with who we truly are and being confident when we speak our truth, right? So yeah, I just had to kind of give that message because it's been on me. And I don't even like giving messages like that because I'm not into the fear mongering. I hate fear mongering. But when Spirit has placed something on my heart, I'm going to speak it. But like I said, if we giving out problems, we're going to give out solutions. So make sure y'all detoxing, right? Always, all levels, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, and spiritually, right? So taking the proper steps to make sure that you are protecting your energy at all times and protecting your peace at all times, right? This is where, because I don't know like if people understand how serious these times are spiritually that we're in, with the whole Pope passing thing, that opens up the floodgates for a lot of different energies to pour in. And like I said, right after he passed, they have that blackout. That's considered, a prophecy already being fulfilled, right? There's a lineup of several different things that happen when prophecies are being fulfilled. You get the warning, you get the calm, then you get the destruction, then you get the rebuilding, right? So this is just a time where we get ready and we stay ready and we stay prepared, because there are going to be a lot of things that are happening and transpiring. And I'm going to let my collective know at all times. Now, I'm not saying be on your toes, be ready. No, pack your emergency kit bag, place about a door, go about your day, live your life, right? Eat good, live good. Don't even think about it. Don't dwell on it, right? Because you don't want that lower vibrational energy consuming you, right? But it's kind of like an Olympian preparing for the Olympics, right? They work on it, worked on it. Practice makes perfect, right? So this is all about enlightening yourself. Like I said, I don't do fear mongering. This is where I'm here to enlighten you and here to get you prepared. Because there is something happening, and it's like a great reset, a global reset. I keep getting like this 10.5 energy. If you guys haven't checked out my 6 months prediction video, I suggest that you do. I also suggest that you check out my other 6 months prediction video, because everything that I said in that video came to pass, even to the point where I predicted the Pope passing. It was really weird because I didn't understand the energy that I was reading for. But now in hindsight, I do now. So there's a lot of things, like I said, that you may not have understood in the past, but things are becoming more clear now. And this is a reset. This is where we're able to remold and reshift everything now with all of this, information being given. I want to uplift it a little bit. Whenever there is a reset, that means that we are in control to change it, to shift it, to manipulate it in our favor, right? So this would be a great time to pour into whatever it is that your heart is calling you to do, whatever your spirit is calling you to do. Do that. This is the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, right? Still stay on your grind, still get things done that need to be done, get things done that need to be accomplished. But I'm giving a sense that there is a spiritual portal that is open. And the more we pour into our hearts, our souls, our spirits, the divine pours that energy back into us. And there's like this window of opportunity that is here for us where miracles can happen, unexpected greatness, right? Just all type of magical, mystical things can happen during this time due to this energy being here. And if you vibrating so high that the low vibrations can get you, that's even better, right? That art of detachment, right? Like I said, observing and not absorbing, right? That is kind of like the energy that we're going to be in, because there's going to be a lot more distractions that are put on us to come into our psyche, right? But we have to stay vigilant. We have to stay militant. We have to stay protecting our peace and protecting our energy. As we are moving up on this ladder and elevating and pushing through a higher timeline, right? And as we're going up, and you may even feel like the upgrades, the shifts, the ringings in the ear, the tiredness, the burst of energy, the burst of creativity, the burst of sexual energy, the burst of, just this enlightenment, right? Your gifts being attuned, your gifts being enhanced, right? Pay attention to all of that. Like I said, there's a huge shift that is going on that we have to stay aware of, and we have to stay mindful of, right? No matter what's going on, right? As things are falling, this is a time to rebuild something and work on your next goal, work on the next thing, and pour into yourself, right? Because I feel like in these times of this energy, there is also greatness that could be found. There's also greatness that could be uplifted, and it starts within us. It starts within the community, right? So the more we get in tune with ourselves, get in tune with our surroundings, and become aware of what's exactly going on, then we hop on that energy. We're in that energy, and then we're able to manipulate it, right? It's kind of, I'm seeing like a tidal wave, right? So you can either get swept under the current of the tidal wave, or you can either see the tidal wave coming in from a mile away, go outside, get on your surfboard and ride that wave, right? You come out on top, right? Because you're able to catch it before it happens, right? So yeah, this is like Spirit wants us to ride this wave of consciousness, because it is taking us somewhere higher and higher, and we're going to feel so relieved after all of this is done, because this is the cleanse, this is the purge, this is the detox of the society of that. Wow, I'm hearing like Antichrist, the false prophet energy, right? And it's being cleared and cleansed right before our eyes. So we have to use our first eye to stay in tune and stay aware of what's going on in this heightened sense time. Like our senses are being heightened, and we have to continue to listen to our intuition, no matter what that looks like at this time. Okay. Like I said, I love y'all dearly. I just came on here just to reaffirm some things and enlighten you guys, because some people may not know. Like I said, some things they put on the news, they don't show certain things. You have to watch the world news because it's a whole collective thing going on, to get the full picture. And like I said, I'm always tell my collective if I get something, that's on my radar and spirit was putting that on me, like, give out this message and just tell them to stay ready for anything. If we are spiritual warriors, we should always be prepared and ready, no matter what that looks like, right? So yeah, that was just kind of the message that I wanted to come on here and give. Like, it's a great global reset, and there is prophecies that are being fulfilled, which means that this is a time where we get ready, right? This is a time where the spiritual warriors, the spiritual leaders are ready, no matter what that looks like. And prepare yourself to protect yourself. Be prepared to protect yourself on all levels, right? Because it's a art of war, right? And the enemy doesn't come in, hey, hi, I'm your enemy. No, the enemy comes in and it creeps in and it camouflages and it infiltrates the structure to dominate the structure. So you always have to be aware of certain things that are going on, because you just never know. All right. So yeah, but on the flip side, we are divinely protected, we are divinely guided, and that's the first step, knowing that and having confidence in the Most High, right? We are sealed, right? We have the seal of Solomon, right? The Star of David. We are divinely protected, we are divinely guided at all times, right? Nothing can penetrate our aura, nothing can penetrate our minds, and we walk in that confident knowing that we are one with the Most High. All right. I am divinely protected. I'm divinely guided. I am abundant. I am love. I am light, right? I am prosperity. My path is made easy for me. And everything that happens is supposed to happen. Everything is in divine order. All right. So, yeah, I love you guys. I just came on here to say that we are in some new energy, and get ready to witness a lot of things change right before our physical eyes. And as things are changing on this physical plane, things are manifesting in the spiritual realm. And we are growing and elevating and upgrading on that spiritual realm. So don't be afraid or weary of certain transformations that you're going through. It's all part of the process, and trust the process. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.